So you're into butt stuff? Well, viewer, you're not alone. Maybe you're among the 43% of men who have been on the giving end of anal sex at some point in their lives, or maybe you're down to receive it. Pegging, anyone? Maybe you've always wanted to go in through the back door, but haven't had the chance to cross it off your sexual bucket list yet. No matter your experience level, you might be in search of tips to make your next anal sex experience the best it can be. Anal sex for beginners. Before you even think about approaching the back door, you need to have the talk with your partner. Find out if you're both on the same page about experimenting with butt stuff, and if it turns out they're not into it, do not pressure them. You're both down to try it? Great. Now, hold your horses. The key to first-time anal sex is going slow. That, and using a lot of lube. The anus isn't going to lubricate itself, people. Start with fingers or small toys. Consider starting with some rimming, or simply pressing on the anal area. Then go in with a finger or a very small butt plug, followed by 2 fingers or a larger toy. Then, if the receiving partner is comfortable, you can enter with your penis. It's hard to predict how long it'll take to get there. There's so much individual variability in terms of how tight people are. I've known people who have never had anything up their asses, and on the first time things go up right away. Other people's anuses may be slower to open up, in which case, you may want to adjust your penetration technique. People often think they need to make these small in and out movements, but often that doesn't feel good to the person being penetrated. What they would instead want is to have the penis or strap-on enter a little bit, and then just stay there for 10, 20, 30 seconds, until the sphincter can get used to that and relax, and then push it a little more and stay. The biggest takeaway here? Talk to your partner the whole way through about what feels good. It's super important to have a constant communication line open between the two people, and go with the speed that the person being penetrated is comfortable with. What positions should we try? There are lots of great positions for anal sex beginners. Receiving partners often find it easiest to be on their back, on their stomach, or on all fours. For some people, being on top gives them more control. Physically, it might be a little more difficult to relax, but psychologically, it gives them more of a sense of control. Help, I'm scared there's going to be poop. Well, that's too bad. Shit happens, literally, when you play with anal. People need to be prepared that there might be some. That being said, as long as your partner has gone number 2 recently and they're not in the midst of a violent diarrhea spell, you probably don't need to worry about a sudden poop explosion. If you know you went to bathroom that morning and it feels like you don't need to go, it shouldn't be a problem. If a little poop make an appearance, don't be a dick about it. Your partner might be embarrassed, so let them know it's no big deal. Try to deal with that in as kind and compassionate way as possible. Don't say, "Oh my god, this is gross." Have paper towels nearby that you can use. Anal sex for the more advanced. So you've mastered the basics of anal sex, and now you're looking to take your skills to the next level. Remember, get consent from your partner every time you do anal or any sex act, for that matter. Just because they were cool with it once, they're not necessarily in the mood for it tonight. If you're both down to ramp up your anal game, read on. Try some new positions. If you have always had anal with the receiving partner on their hands and knees, try switching it up. One easy option is a position known as the Matterhorn, which involves the receiving partner kneeling and leaning on a stack of pillows or piece of furniture at a 45-degree angle. Get creative with sex toys. There's a whole world of possibilities out there when it comes to toys. Here's something relatively easy to try. If the receiving partner has a vagina, they can try using a vibrator on their clitoris to make the anal sex experience even more pleasurable. Clitoral stimulation may also help them relax, not to mention achieve an incredible orgasm. Here's something a little more advanced. Double penetration. Whether you have 2 toys for vaginal and anal penetration, or you have a penis and a toy in either hole, it's a great way to play around. For the super duper advanced, there's even the possibility of double anal penetration, i.e., a penis and a toy in the anus at the same time. You can work up to it by using bigger and bigger toys, or a fist. If you can fit a fist in there, you can fit an average-sized penis and an average-sized toy in the anus, more or less.